Morning students, today we see changes around us lesson. The next topic, physical and chemical changes. So what is physical and chemical changes? So take an apple and cut into two halves and cut one half into the pieces and share it with your friends. Is there any change in the composition of the apple while cutting? No, the only shapes and size have changed. This can be called a physical change. Okay. So other half leave on the table for some time. So you can see the brown patches formed on the cut surface and skin also shrunk, right? So the brown patches formed because of the reaction between some substances in the apple and the hair around it. So, it's a chemical change because once an apple rots, it cannot go back to its original form as a new, clean and fresh apple, right? So, the rotting of fruit is a chemical reaction. When fruit spoils, an enzymatic reaction occurs. So, this is called chemical change. So, now we see the definition of physical changes. So, physical changes are the temporary changes in which there is a change in the physical appearance or physical state of the substance, but not in its chemical composition. So, what is a physical change? Physical change means change in the physical appearance. Change in the physical appearance, not in the chemical composition. So, what is the physical changes? Change in the physical appearance only, not in the chemical composition. So, it is a temporary changes. Okay. Here no new substance is formed. So, examples. So, melting of ice cube. So, melting of ice cube and the solution of salt, sugar, stretching of rubber band. So, these are all the examples for physical changes. So, next you do one experiment. So, see the pictures. So, you already know that water exists in three states, right? First one is solid and second one liquid and third one gas. So, change of state take places either by heating or cooling. So, heating energy is applied means the cooling energy is taken away. This is the reason for the changes. Okay. So, first when you apply the heat energy, the ice cube, the solid thing, change into the water. So, the process of melting. So, that process is called melting. So, again you apply the heat energy from water. So, water change into steam. So, what process? Vaporization. So, the process is called vaporization. And next, you are applying the cooling energy, steam change into water. So, the process is called condensation. Again, you apply the cooling energy, the water change into ice cube. So, the process is called freezing. Understood? So, this is called the example for physical changes. So, it's a change in the physical appearance only, and this is the temporary change. Finally, it got the original position. So, this is the physical changes. So, this change of state, sometimes solid directly change into the gas. Solid things directly change into the gas position. So, it's called the sublimation. So, what is sublimation? Changes of state from solid to gas directly is called the sublimation. So, for example, camphor or inflection, etc. So, this is the example for sublimation. So, all understood? Next, we see the dissolution. So, what is dissolution? Spreading of solid particles among the liquid molecules is called the dissolution. Spreading of solid particles among the liquid molecules is called the dissolution. So you take half tumbler of water and add 1 spoonful of sugar and stir well. What happened? The sugar dissolved into the water and make the solution. So sugar is the solute, water is the solvent, and sugar syrup is called the solution. So solute plus solvent makes the solution, right? So water is known as the universal solvent. Water is known as the universal solvent. It dissolves a wide range of substance. So this is the dissolution. Next we see the chemical changes. So definition of chemical changes. So chemical changes are the permanent changes in which there is a change in the chemical composition and new substance is formed. Understood? So chemical change and the permanent change. Chemical change or the permanent change in the chemical composition and new substance also formed. So for example, burning of food, popping of popcorn, blackening of silver ornaments, rusting of iron. These are all the examples of chemical changes. So simply said, the human cut the wood means physical change. So the burning of wood means chemical change. Understood? So you cut the wood means that a physical change, physically doing. Change in the physical composition only. So burning of wood means chemical change. It's a permanent change. It cannot go back to the original position. So this is the difference between chemical and physical changes. Next we see the difference. Physical change and chemical change. First one, physical, no new substance formed in the physical change. In chemical change, new substance formed. Second one, no change in the chemical composition. So there is a change in the chemical composition. So in the physical change, it's a temporary change. But chemical change is a permanent change. So physical change is reversible. Chemical change is irreversible. So this is the difference between physical change and the chemical change. Understood? So now you tell which one is chemical and which one is physical change. So melting chocolate, freezing of water to make ice, this all the physical change. So chemical change means lighting a match and frying an egg and mixing a paint to make a new color. This all the chemical changes. All understood what is physical and chemical changes? So next we see desirable and undesirable changes. So definition of desirable changes. Changes which are useful, not harmful to our environment and desired by us are known as desirable changes. So what is that? So those changes which are desired to occur. Those changes which are desired to occur. So that is we want them to take the place are known as desirable changes. So desirable changes mean that change we want them. Okay. So this is desirable change. Example, ripening of fruit, growth of plants, cooking of food, milk change into curd. So this all the changes we want. That is a useful changes. Okay, not harmful to our environment. So this is called desirable changes. So undesirable changes. So changes which are harmful to our environment, so not desired by us, are known as undesirable changes. So those changes which we don't want to take the places are called undesirable changes. Those changes we want means that called desirable changes. So we don't want means undesirable changes. So example for undesirable changes means deforestation, decaying of fruit, rusting of iron. This all undesirable changes. The changes all we want, we don't want. Okay. So this is called undesirable changes. So see one example. So the ripening of fruit. So this is a useful change. So this is called the desirable changes. So see, decaying of fruit. This is a not useful change. So this change we don't want. So this is called decaying of fruit. So tell which one is desirable and which one is undesirable. So the spoiling of food, breaking of glass, rusting of iron, these all examples of undesirable changes. So blooming of bud into flower and ripening of fruit, these all desirable changes, useful changes, these all. So understood what is desirable and undesirable. So next we see natural changes. Natural changes. So changes which take place in nature on their own and are beyond the control of human beings are known as natural changes. So natural changes means it take place in nature their own. So not involving the human beings. So this called natural changes. So for example, rotation of earth, changing pulses of moon, rain, these all the natural changes. Next, human made or artificial changes means the changes which are brought about by human beings. So human beings only do. So this called human made or artificial changes. They will not happen on their own. This called human made changes. For example, cooking, deforestation, cultivation of crops, construction of buildings. So this all doing only human beings, right? So this is the examples of human made or artificial changes. So the lesson over. So we will see the small recap on this lesson. So what is change? So everything in this world undergoes changes. So changes occur in position, shape, size, state, color, temperature, etc. So changes means everything in this world undergoes change. So next classification of changes. First one, fast change and slow change. Fast change means takes short period of time. Slow change means it takes long period of time. So second one, reversible change and irreversible change. Reversible means can go back to its original state. So irreversible change means cannot go back to its original state. So third one, desirable change and undesirable change. So desirable change means changes that are useful and harmless to our environmental, right? So undesirable change means changes that are harmful to our environment. So the last one, natural change and human made change. Natural change means changes that take place in nature on their own. Nature only do. Human made change means changes that are brought about human beings. changes that are brought about human beings is called human made change. Next, dissolution. The process of dissolving the solute in solvent is called the dissolution. I hope all you understood. The lesson is over. Okay, thank you.